Snow White, Episode 3. Pharmacist Moms. Medical Fairy Tale. 7 Dwarfs. Do Healthy. Snow White followed the winding path through the peaceful forest, her heart thumping with both hope and worry. In the distance, she spotted a little house tucked between tall trees, its roof sparkling under the sunlight. As she came closer, she took a deep breath and gently knocked on the door.
Knock, knock! Excuse me, is anybody home? May I ask you something, please? Hello?
No one answered. The house was completely silent, but the door was open just a tiny crack, as if inviting her in. Snow White peeked inside, then stepped in quietly, hoping not to bother anyone. Snow White looked around in wonder. The house was small and old, but you could tell someone took very good care of it. The floor was tidy, and there were dumbbells and other exercise tools lined up neatly by size. Books of all kinds filled the bookshelf stories: adventure, science, and health. On the desk, she even saw some little bottles of medicine.
How interesting. It looks like several people must live here together. Maybe it's a place where friends help each other.
Suddenly, the quiet was broken. The door burst open, and a group of tiny people hurried inside, chattering and laughing.
Who are you?
Whoa! There's a human in our house.
I wasn't expecting visitors today.
The 7 dwarfs stopped in their tracks and stared at Snow White, their eyes wide with surprise. Some of them hid behind each other, peeking out with curiosity and a little bit of fear. Snow White was startled too, but she remembered her manners and hurried over, bowing politely.
Hello, everyone. I'm so sorry for coming in without permission. I didn't mean to surprise you. I just got lost and, well, I hope I didn't scare you.
The dwarfs shuffled their feet and giggled, realizing she was just a gentle guest.
That's okay.
One laughed.
We almost never see new people around here. It was just a shock.
But who are you?
Asked another dwarf. Snow White smiled warmly and introduced herself.
My name is Princess Snow White. My real mother went to heaven when I was little, and now there is a new queen at the palace. She doesn't like me very much, and I had to run away to the forest. I wandered for a long time and finally found your lovely house. I was so happy to see it that I came right in. I'm really sorry for being rude.
One of the dwarfs, who looked especially smart and kind, stepped forward.
Welcome, Princess Snow White. We are the 7 dwarfs from the forest village, and we all take care of each other's health and happiness. I'm Doctor, and these are my friends, Nutritionist, Pharmacist, and Trainer.
The dwarfs all waved their hands and smiled brightly at Snow White.
Nice to meet you, Princess. The food here isn't the best, but we have lots of fun.
Grumbled the nutritionist dwarf.
Hey, I'm the one who cooks.
The chef dwarf protested.
Sometimes you say it's tasty.
Everyone burst out laughing. Snow White, feeling a little braver, asked politely.
If it's all right, may I please stay here for a few days? I promise to help out around the house. I won't just sit around. I'll do chores and anything you need until I figure out what to do about the queen.
The dwarfs looked at each other and nodded with big grins.
Of course you can stay. We'll just need some help with the simple chores. Don't worry about the food we had covered.
Yes! Finally, I get a break from laundry duty.
Cheered one of the dwarfs, raising his arms. Snow White laughed.
I might be a princess, but I'm pretty good at cleaning and laundry.
Even though she had to hide from the queen, Snow White soon found happiness in the dwarfs' cozy cottage. When the dwarfs went out to work in the village, Snow White stayed home, tidied up, and read books from the big bookshelf. The dwarfs had all kinds of book stories about faraway lands, adventures, and even books about health. Most days were happy and busy, but sometimes Snow White felt very tired, even if she slept well and ate her meals. She often felt a little weak, almost like she had a cold. Sometimes her arms and legs felt heavy, as if she was made of water-soaked cotton.
Why do I feel so sleepy and tired lately? I thought I was getting enough sleep and food.
She wondered aloud. Dr. Dwarf noticed and walked over with a gentle smile.
Princess, you look tired these days. Is something bothering you?
Snow White nodded.
Yes, I feel like I'm losing my energy. Even simple chores make me so tired.
Dr. Dwarf thought for a moment.
Well, let's do a little health checkup. I can run a few tests to see how you're doing.
After the checkup, Dr. Dwarf looked a bit worried.
Princess, your tests show you don't have enough vitamin D, and I think you're eating too many carbs, lots of bread, not enough protein or veggies. Also, you could do a bit more exercise.
Just then, Trainee Dwarf jumped in.
Carbs? Princess, have you been living on bread alone?
Everyone giggled, and Snow White blushed. Dr. Dwarf called everyone together.
Okay, Nutri, Trainee Farmy, are you ready?
Nutri Dwarf said confidently.
Princess, let's try a new menu. We'll cut back on bread and make meals with more protein and colorful veggies. Don't worry, we'll make it delicious.
Snow White pouted, pretending to be sad.
Oh no! Bread is my soul's best friend. How can I say goodbye?
All the dwarfs laughed so hard that even the furniture seemed to shake. Then Trainee Dwarf stood up, puffing out his chest.
Princess, starting tomorrow, it's exercise time. First, we'll work on simple moves and stretching, and then we'll use some weights called dumbbells to get stronger.
Snow White looked puzzled.
Dumbbells? Is that a new kind of bread?
Everyone burst out laughing again. Trainee Dwarf explained.
No, Princess. Dumbbells aren't food. They're little weights. You lift to help your muscles grow strong.
The next morning, Snow White joined the dwarfs for exercise.
Do you think this will really help me feel better?
Absolutely,
said Trainee Dwarf.
It might be tough at first, but soon you'll get used to it and feel amazing.
Every morning, Snow White and the dwarfs stretched, marched, and giggled through their workouts. Snow White cheered.
I never knew exercise could be so much fun. After moving my body, I feel fresh and confident, like I can do anything.
The dwarfs clapped and cheered for their new friend. Thanks to the dwarfs, Snow White found her strength and energy again. She felt less tired and could do the chores with a happy heart. She smiled at her new friends.
Thank you, everyone. I feel like I found a new family in this forest.
The dwarfs grinned and replied,
We're happy too, Princess. Life is more joyful with you here.
And so, Snow White and the 7 dwarfs lived together, filling their days with laughter, kindness, and healthy habits. The end. For now, stay tuned for the next magical chapter.